previous class, we learned that a group of words that make complete sense is called a sentence. A sentence is made up of two parts. First is subject and next is the predicate. Subject is the naming part and predicate is the telling part. So students, today we are going to learn subject and predicate. Let us learn how subject and predicate makes a complete sentence. The first part is the subject. This is the naming part. Subject tells who or what the sentence is about. Now look at the examples of subject. Harry played football. This sentence is talking about whom, students? In this sentence, Harry is the subject because this sentence is all about Harry, that Harry played football. Next example, the apple is red. This sentence is about an apple, that the apple is red. So the subject is apple. Anu is going to market. So students, what's the subject here? Can you all guess? Yes, this sentence is all about Anu. So Anu is the subject. So students, we finished with the first part, that is subject. Subject is the naming part and we learned that the part which tell us about the person or the animal doing the action is the subject. Now let us learn about the predicate. Predicate is the telling part. Predicate, telling part, it tells what someone or something is or does. So students, the part which speaks about the subject is the predicate. Let us look at this sentence. Mr. Can lost his hat. So students, which part shows what Mr. Can did? What did he do? He lost his hat. So, lost his hat is the predicate of this sentence. Can you guess what is the predicate in the next sentence? A bee buzzed around me. Can you guess, students? Yes, buzzed around me is the predicate because this part of the sentence tells what the bee did. So students, if you have just a subject, for example, the monkey, you would have no idea what the monkey is or does. Was the monkey on tree? Or did the monkey jump? Don't know. Do you know? And similarly, if you have just a predicate, you would have no idea who or what is it talking about. So students, we need both the subject and the predicate to make complete sentence. The predicate contains the verb. The subject and the predicate contain one or more words. For example, out went the visitors. Now what is this, students? Out went. Yes, out went is the predicate. And what is this? The visitors. This sentence is all about the visitors. So the visitor is the subject. Now, if you rearrange the words of the example, you get the visitors went out. And here again, the subject is the visitors and the predicate is went out. Underline the subjects and circle the verbs in these sentences. So now here we have to underline the subjects and circle the verbs in these sentences. First, went the kites. Now in this sentence, it is all about kites, that the kites went up. So the subject is kites. And what is the action in the sentence? The action is went. So circle the verb. Second, the boy played hockey in the school. Now this sentence is talking about the boy who played hockey in the school. So the boy is the subject. So underline the subject. And what is the action? He played. So circle the verb. Next, Jitu can swim very fast. Now here, this sentence is saying that Jitu can swim very fast. So again, this sentence is talking about Jitu. So underline the subject, that is Jitu. And what is the verb here? The verb is swim. So circle swim. Fourth, he studies well for the exam. Now this sentence is telling that he studies well for the exam. So he is the subject, and what is the action going on here? Studies. So circle verb. Fifth, Sam likes to eat samosas. Now this sentence is saying us that Sam likes to eat samosas. So Sam is the subject. And what is the action here? The action is eat. He likes to eat samosas. So circle the verb. Next question, that is question number 2. Underline the predicates and circle the verbs in these sentences. So now here we have to underline the predicates and circle the verbs. First one, the fairy blessed the honest people. So now here the subject is fairy and the rest of the sentence is telling what the fairy did. So this is the predicate. And what is the verb here? The verb is blessed. Second, Mary had a little cat. Now this sentence is saying that Mary had a little cat. So Mary is the subject. And the remaining sentence that is telling what Mary did is the predicate. And what is the verb here? The verb is had. Next sentence, the girls are in the park. Now this sentence is about girls. The girls are in the park. So are in the park is the predicate. And what is the verb here? The verb is are. Next, children must avoid junk food. So the subject is children and the remaining sentence that is must avoid junk food is the predicate. And what is the verb? Verb is avoid. Next, the Kalinga War taught Ashoka some valuable lessons. So it is about the Kalinga War that taught Ashoka some valuable lessons. So this is the predicate. And taught is the verb. The predicate may consist of a verb followed by another noun or a pronoun. For example, Rohan kicked the football. The dog bit the postman. Mahima opened the door. The boys threw stones. So now in these sentences, the subject Rohan, the dog, Mahima, the boys are doing some actions. The actions of the subject were received by the football, the postman, the door, stones. So the person, the animal or the thing that receives the action of the subject is called the object. So here as you can see that the person or the animals or the things are receiving the action of the subject. So that thing is known as object. We can identify the object in the sentence by asking the question what or where. So the same example, Rohan kicked the football. So now here you can ask what was kicked. So the answer will be the football. Next, the dog bit the postman. Who was bitten? So the answer is the postman. Mahima opened the door. And you can ask the question that is what was opened? Can you tell me the answer, students? What was opened? The door was opened. The boys threw stones. What was thrown? So the answer is stones. Maya arranged her books. Now your students, can you all tell me which is the subject, the predicate, verb and the object? Now here, let us look at Maya. Maya is the subject And this sentence is talking about Maya, that she arranged her books. So the remaining sentence is the predicate. Now, which is the verb in the sentence? Arrange is the verb and her books is the object. Identify the subject, verb and the object in these sentences. So students, now here we have to identify the subject, verb and object in this sentence. Now, can you all tell me what is the subject here? The farmers are plucking cotton. So now the sentence is talking about the farmer who is plucking the cotton. So the farmers are the subject. And what is the verb? Are plucking. And what are they plucking? They are plucking the cotton. So the cotton is the object. Second sentence, the children planted a sapling. So now here, what is the subject? This sentence is talking about the children who planted a sapling. So the subject is the children. And what did they do? They planted. So this is the verb. And what did they planted? They planted a sapling. So a sapling is the object. Third sentence, the fairy waved her wand. So now here, the fairy is the subject. And what did she do? She waved. So waved is the verb. And what did she wave? She waved her wand. So this is object. Next sentence, father washed the car. So who washed the car? Father. So father is the subject. And what did the father do? Father washed. So washed is the verb. And what did he wash? He washed the car. So this is the object. So remember students, whenever you have to identify subject, verb and object, you can simply ask questions. And whatever the answers you will get, that will be your identifying part. Our school organized the cricket match. So who organized the cricket match? Our school. Very good. So our school is the subject. And what did the school do? So the school organized. So organized is the verb. And what did the school organize? So the school organized the cricket match. So students, as you can see, it is very easy if you ask questions. So student, this question is for your homework. Identify the subject, verb and object in these sentences. So first is I rang the bell. Second, my mother made a cake. Third, I fly kites. And fourth, Pooja and Juhi compose poems. So you have to identify the subject, verb and object in these sentences.